Hello! Blimey, helped if I turned my mic on. So yeah, this is the first one we've done. A full, as long as we can, hopefully, movie commentary. So I haven't done any homework on this at all. And we're going to be watching Bumblebee. Which you say you've already seen it.
Yeah, I saw it once when it first came on streaming services.
All right, so I'm going to start the countdown clock, which is now, hopefully it's now running. There it is, it's now running. So we're going to start watching it in 4 minutes and 53 seconds. So, what do we know about this film? What do you know about this film? I mean, all I heard was it wasn't overly good, but yeah, I've yet to see it.
Well, it's the vain attempt of trying to reboot the franchise of the Transformers, basically.
Okay.
To break it away from the previous films in 2017 to try and make it's more. I think it's more like a cash grab than anything.
Yeah.
Just to profit off of the Transformers franchise.
Okay. And without giving anything away, do you think it was actually any good?
I found it okay. It sort of feels like almost like the first film they did with Shamley Booth. I can't pronounce his name correctly anyway.
Yeah.
It sort of had that sort of vibe to it, so I wouldn't say it's like overly original.
Oh, okay. Well, we still got 3 minutes and 50 seconds. I mean, I could have shortened the timer, I think.
Oh well.
Maybe that would have helped. I don't know. But yeah, we're here, and this is the first try we've ever done this. Annoyingly, it just dropped some frames, but I think I've sorted that out now, so hopefully there's going to be less lag on it. Now, you won't be able to see the movie, it'll just be us that's going to be able to see the film, but we're going to give it a commentary as we go along and try and find out some gems of information, if there's any bloopers or anything like that. We can look it up as we go along. Again, we've done no homework. Let's start the movie. Alright, so you can see the runtime is on. So if you're watching the movie at home with us, which is what the idea about this is, then you'll be able to keep an eye on the time as well. So for copyright reasons, we're going to remove the actual movie and we're going to put a nice little screen in the background. Obviously, now you can't see the visualizer, so just going to sort that out if I can. Actually, no. We'll leave the countdown time. There we go. Let's. There we go. Sort that bit out there. I'll remove that. Perfect. Okay. I suppose I should actually be watching the movie. I can't even see it. What is going on? Okay. Well, this all looks very... Oh, I would say it all looks very CGI, but I'm guessing every single part of it is CGI. Oh. This does actually remind me of the... I don't know when the original Transformers cartoon movie came out. I'll have a quick look at that. Let's see what time that came out. 'Cause this opening sequence does somewhat remind me of the original cartoon. Let's have a look. Transformers cartoon. Transformers cartoon movie. Let's have a look. Transformers cartoon movie. Oh, yeah. Transformers the cartoon movie. Let's have a look, see when that was made. Well, it was made in 1986. Not this movie, obviously. The original Transformers cartoon movie said it was made in 1986. And it had... Oh, it said its cast was including Orson Welles and Leonard Nimoy and Frank Welker and Peter Cullen. So yes, it kind of does remind me of that a little bit. Kind of a throwback to what it was some time ago. Alright, well, some people playing paintball. Right, I've actually switched out. Sorry if there was a bit of lag going on, because I was having the streaming software, if you like, in split studio mode, but now I've actually put it back into non-studio mode, and yes, hopefully there won't be any more lag. See, this is the first time we've do this, and we're trying to work out the best way around it. So some people are playing paintball in a woodland. Not the best. Yeah. Right, so we've got a bunch of characters that so far nobody seems to care about. Some nobody characters. So they see a giant fireball coming towards them from the sky, and it's only just before it lands on the ground that they decide that it's a bad thing, and they should take cover, so to speak. So instead of running away from it, they just literally just jump on the ground. Yeah, brilliant. Alright, so something's hit the ground. There's on a radio. At this point, you'd think, okay, if something is coming out the sky, maybe there might be something else coming out the sky headed towards me. So, yeah, something like a giant fireball. So, maybe you'd run away. You know, maybe you'd just get out of the area. Nah, they just stand there. And now Bumblebee has come to life in front of them. Does he run a mile? No, just stands there. As if, well, whatever. Well, say cardboard characters, but so we don't really know any of their names. We don't really know anything about them. A giant robot landed in the woods, it's running away. And obviously it's an inconspicuous yellow colour, so you wouldn't be able to tell it apart from any other van. So the fact they're all driving green vans, and he's driving a yellow van. And unlike all the other Transformers movies where they could just outrun or fly away or drive away from pretty much anything else, yeah, just it's very, very slow. But conveniently, there is a nice giant footpath going through the woodland, so Bumblebee can actually run through it without too much difficulty at all. It's very convenient that there is literally a road-sized footpath through the middle of a wood. Convenience is always a great thing to help the story going on. Alright, so now Bumblebee is what, a mine shaft or something? Yeah, he's going for the mine shaft. Yeah. At least the character can tell us what's going on. Whoever the character's name is, because we haven't been introduced to any of them yet. Or maybe they don't matter. Alright, so we've surrounded Bumblebee. Oh, Bumblebee can talk. Okay, fair enough. Oh dear. The Bumblebee's got a voice of an adolescent. He'd rather be a grown-up adult. So far this this movie's just so good. Alright, he's got some Decepticon plane that looks like a Phantom? Maybe I'm wrong. And they're just having some kind of firefight dispute. Now, at this point you'd think, oh okay, if there's any trucks left with soldiers in them, maybe they would clear off. Maybe they would get out of there. Nah, they just all stay there. I mean, maybe they could go underneath into the mine. But nah. Won't do that either. Well, this is exciting. Basically, they just had a fight. They're tumbling all over the place, going up and down mountains. And Bumblebee's just stumbling around like a bit of a buffoon. Yeah. I don't know what to say really. It just seems to be the same as every other Transformer movie so far, but with less CGI all over the screen. It's got some. Well, it'd be nice to have a character, so that you can actually identify with. But so far, we haven't had really any of that. Not that I know much about Transformers. I wouldn't even be able to tell you who the flying one is. Well, that's interesting. Out of the whole sequence, whilst Bumblebee was being beaten up, the other Decepticon was having a go at them, punching him and whatever. And then only after he'd been beaten up did Bumblebee decide that he could actually use a cannon that was concealed in his arm. Why he couldn't use that to start with, don't know. Why he wouldn't choose to do that to start with, don't know. But he didn't.
Hello, Tim.
Oh, hello.
I have returned after that.
Are you okay? Things all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, just unloading shopping and everything.
Oh, nice.
And then being given lunch.
Oh, lunch. I had a piece of toast with a bit of cheese on it.
So where are we up to at the moment?
Well, I had to do a bit of tweaking and a bit of moving stuff around because the stream at the beginning was quite laggy and it was missing quite a lot of frames, but I've sorted that out now.
That's good.
Yeah. So, Bumblebee had a fight with a Decepticon.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know which one?
I don't.
Okay, that's good. I hope someone in the comments can tell me.
Yeah, I got no idea. But so all I got was that there was a bunch of soldiers, no names, no story about how they got there. They're just in the woods doing nothing. Bumblebee ran through the woods in a path that was conveniently the shape of the size of a road. Yeah, and it was conveniently going in the right place all the way up to the mine shaft. And then when he got there...
how convenient.
Yeah, it was very convenient. And then when the soldiers rocked up in their jeeps, it was convenient that they could park far enough away for the two Transformers to have a fight. And Bumblebee, who's got a cannon up his sleeve, didn't bother using it for whatever reason. Until he'd been beaten...
to shoot the shoulder?
Yeah, and then until he was beaten up a little bit, and then it was like, I've got a cannon, I'll just use it now. I was like, well, why don't you just use it to start with? So,
I don't know, maybe it's not part of his tactics.
No. And, whilst the two Transformers were having a fight, they could have actually... the soldiers could have gone and hid in the mine shaft, which they suggested in the first place, I think it was. Or they could have got out of the way, but they didn't. So, then you showed one of them injured. And then that was it. That was the end of that. So, yeah, an absolute waste of the beginning of the movie because you didn't learn anything. But it was quite convenient that Bumblebee, when he crashed to Earth, was in the middle of a forest with some soldiers. I mean, he could have crashed anywhere, absolutely anywhere.
Oh yeah, why would they be shot? Why would they be there in the middle of the woodland?
No, exactly. They don't tell you that. They're just there. Why is there a path that's the size of a road, conveniently for them to drive down and run through, and so on? But it doesn't matter. We've moved on to more cardboard characters that aren't really overly interesting.
Well, it's definitely true in Britain.
Hey?
Oh, they were talking about how much nurses earn. If they're anything like UK nurses, they're not paid as much, sadly.
Right, if I click this, does your video that you're seeing, does that go the other way? Does it flip it from one side to the other? Just out of curiosity.
No.
No? Because I have my
Mine's
video...
the same.
Alright, my video mirrored. And everything was back to front. It's just awful.
That would be weird.
Yeah. So I was reading the time on the clock. Anyway, so what's this? A fun... No, it's not fun for it. It's a... I don't know what it is. Why
it's more like a...
Something.
It's sort of like what we have at a beach, seaside resort type.
Yeah.
But,
so some generic people doing generic things.
Oh no, she's a lemonade girl.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, that's like meant to be like the most embarrassing thing for like a teenager to work as.
Oh, what, a homemade lemonade person?
Well, inside of a carnival anyway.
Ah. God, do you believe this movie's only been running for 15 minutes? It's already pretty painful. I mean, to me, this just looks like Disney because there's no branding on anything. It's just colour everywhere.
Yeah, it is very colourful.
Then does anyone actually have a logo of any kind? Probably not.
No, it won't be.
Or it's all made up logos. Oh, well, I'm really hoping the movie sound isn't going out on YouTube. Because I get so heavy copyrighted. Although that she's got an old BMW, or someone's got an old BMW, but they got a private license plate
with "You Wish" on it. That's a bit weird. Like, what are you wishing? You wish you had that car or the temperament of a BMW driver?
Right, what do you know? What era this is supposed to be set in? Is this supposed to be set in the 80s or something? So, I'm not actually sure.
No idea.
Well, because there's so many. Obviously, there's old cars. There's Bon Jovi playing. So it's maybe I can see what I can find. What? No, it might be
1987, so late 80s.
Oh, isn't it? Okay. Oh, that's it. That makes sense then, because I just looked up a little bit earlier. The original Transformers, the cartoon movie, which I used to have on VHS, which I bought from a local corner shop when I was a kid. Yeah, that came out in 1986.
I mean, I used to love watching the cartoons of like the old Transformers series.
Huh?
When they used to still play them out on TV. Can never remember it though. I need to find them again and watch them.
Really?
Yeah.
I have all the things you could
But-
watch.
It's nostalgia, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I couldn't even get through the third series of Stranger Things. I gave up. I think I watched the first two. Watched the first two episodes, then just like, oh, I've had enough.
Oh, this is so convenient. She just knocks over like several boats by jumping off them. Who stores boats?
Well, question.
So rickety that it could crush you when you're going between them.
And who's letting a youngster, shall we say, loose on a bunch of boats and there's no supervision, nothing.
Oh, Tim, this is before the era of
health
and safety.
Yeah,
You could do anything.
Yeah.
I was when life was probably a bit more easier and better for people.
I know. I lived through it.
Sadly, I missed out on it.
Oh. Well, you didn't miss much.
She's now falling in love with a very old beetle.
Convenient. There's a key in it.
Oh wow, the convenience, but it's
that
radio sound. That's not that. Radios never sounded like that, didn't they?
No, not that I can remember. It's like when they have TV screens and they show the static, and you always hear the static on it. It's like, well, ever since Freeview came along, that's not going to happen. I mean, I don't know if it happens on cable or anything in the States, but you don't get that anymore.
So we now got these two Decepticons beating out this guy for resistance information.
Do you actually know who any of these characters are?
No. Cliff Jumper, this one is. No idea who that is.
Yeah. Which one's what? Cliff Jumper?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Maybe I should.
But like stabbing him, like Bumblebee's been off the grid for God knows how long.
Yeah.
Turned off, deactivated, and she turns him on, and he will send a random signal out to this one here, conveniently for these two to find as they're killing him. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Too many conveniences so far.
So this guy, right? I guess he works in the boat repair place that she's currently at. Yeah.
It seems like either a mixture of a garage, boat place, and a junkyard.
Right. So she's not going to tell him that she just smashed up a load of people's boats by knocking them over.
No, of course not.
No. Okay. And he didn't hear a thing. Because otherwise that would have ruined the plot. That looks like Chevy Chase's car out of National Lampoons.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, you know, like the old National Lampoons movies out the 80s. Oh,
I have never heard of them, Tim.
What? You're joking?
No.
Seriously?
Yeah. I have no idea.
Oh, yeah. The National Lampoon's car was pretty much. Oh no, it was. Yeah, it was green and brown. Well, I think that one was pretty much green. I don't know if it was the exact same. It might have been the exact same car. But... yeah, in your own time, look it up. If you're really interested, I don't know. So there might be a whole bunch of references that we don't know. Or things in the background. Which I'm trying to look for. It's like parts of the movie. Well, go on. Sorry.
I was just going to say, so far we know that Her father. So what happened to her father again?
I don't know.
Has he passed away or has he left?
I wasn't paying any attention, and it's pretty quiet for me. So I could actually turn the volume up on it a little bit.
That might help you.
Yeah.
I think he passed away, and this guy here is her sort of like stepfather that she's having a lot of friction with.
Oh, okay.
And she's just a rebellious teenager. Oh, wow.
Wow.
That is something you give to a 5-year-old.
Is that a moped helmet? Or is that it's like a bicycle helmet?
It looks like something you give to your 5-year-old when they're riding on their first scooter. As a birthday present. So she's not even getting a scooter, she's getting a helmet. And a book about smiling.
Wow.
Oh, God.
So, what
I think you've got depression. Here's a book about how to smile.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
They could have just literally just talked to her. Yeah. Oh, is it one of those houses that had like wood cladding on the walls, like slatted wood cladding?
Well, they loved wood back then in America, didn't they? Everything was just covered in wood.
Oh, is that you? Just trying to see if there's anything in the background apart from a Union Jack.
Was there really a Union Jack in the background?
Yeah, it looked like it, yeah.
Oh.
Right, so she wants a free car. And he's not going to say, what car? Where is it? Does it run?
Well, she did say Beetle. And she did say if she can get it running, can I have it?
See what I mean? It's just like, okay, whatever.
She must be there a bloody lot for him to notice her birthday. Like, they must be like good friends.
Yeah. So did we learn his name? I don't think so.
No, I still don't know his name.
Has she apologised for the boats? Nope.
No, but it's still knocked over, so clearly he doesn't go into his yard.
Nope.
And somehow that boat pulled off the actual tarp.
And now she's a fully fledged mechanic? Was that because she was tweaking her boat for like all of 20 seconds? Now she's a mechanic. She knows what she knows what she's doing.
Well, cars were a lot simpler back then. You can actually probably use an owner's manual to actually repair your car like these days.
Well, I used to have to fiberglass my wheel arches on my first car when they rusted through.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, my old Ford Fiesta. No, and have they checked to make sure she's got a license? Nope.
No. The guys who said it's not even safe. Is that safe to drive? And the old guy didn't care.
Yeah, look, there you see that green car. If you look at National Lampoons out in the 1980s, it's not the same, but it's fairly similar. And conveniently,
That could be it.
That Beetle, it's got a full tank of gas. So you find an old car that hasn't been driven for ages, which works perfectly well, and it's got a full tank of gas. Oh, it's because it's a robot.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because Bumblebee looked at the yellow Beetle just before he passed out or something. And now his arm or leg has just fallen out. Just now. Just at this point. Not when she was fixing it or anything. Yeah. Now.
So, right. So she was going around the car making sure it was okay.
And get it running and everything.
Right.
So she was doing probably changing the oil, crap like that, timing chain.
So,
but she didn't notice the robot arm underneath or his face.
Didn't notice anything else peculiar about the car. Well, that's just a stroke of convenience.
And as this is going on, she's not screaming.
No, she's not suffering from trauma, and it just so happens that the garage that she's got just about fits Bumblebee in perfectly, with enough lighting in it so that she can see him. That's so convenient.
God, he's tiny. He's tiny. I thought Transformers were big. I know Bumblebee was a small one, but he was a pretty large Transformer still. And he seems pretty terrified.
Yeah, I mean, anyone else but him.
See the mummy. I love how. How did he transform back in so quietly?
It's like in the first Transformers movie, they takes them ages to transform, but then after that, it just takes them about 3 seconds.
Like the time it took her to close the door back in her mother's face for it to transform back.
Yeah. Wow, we've almost, I think, hit the half-hour mark on this awful long movie. I don't know how long we've got left to go.
About an hour and a half.
Oh my god. Do you think we're actually going to make it all the way through? I mean, we should try.
We're trying. What? He just fell to pieces.
He didn't fall to pieces when he was upright, did he? He was fine then.
Oh, driving. I just fell off as though there was no bolt holding it. When does a Transformer just
fall apart?
Fall to pieces like that?
When it's convenient.
It's still terrified of her.
Right. Why?
No, to be fair, the soldiers did attack Bumblebee when he crash landed. But then why isn't he just not like killing her and running away? Obviously, that wouldn't help the plot.
No. Well, thankfully, she didn't go to a petrol station or gas station, if you like.
Yeah.
Just pour a load of petrol into it.
It's a wrench. Why is she scared of a wrench? No spanner.
Aww. They've made a friend.
So what is this? How to train your Transformer, is it? Just hold your hand down, let it caress your hand with its face. Oh, sorry, no, that's a different film. That's How to Train Your Dragon.
This is just so drawn out. So long and drawn out.
I was trying to work out her name. Even though he can't talk.
I think she just said her name was Charlie? And it's her birthday as well. Don't forget that. It's conveniently
very
her
important.
birthday. Yeah. Out of all the days.
How does a Bumblebee sound like that?
Because that's what his name was.
I know, but she's trying to say that a giant robot sounds like a bumblebee, which is this delicate little bug that likes to flap around and makes a buzzing noise. He hasn't buzzed once.
No, and she hasn't certainly run away going, "What the hell is that?" Which I think most people would do.
Don't most Americans have guns, and the first thing they do is just... Oh, wait, here we go. What? What are these rednecks?
I don't know.
He tried sleeping with his wife's sister, failed, and she's having to go at him. He's like, I failed, as though that's going to redeem him.
Well,
why would you care more about your car?
Yeah. Why would you stand in front of it? Why don't you just run away?
He's an idiot.
Now he needs to get in the car. Literally, get in your car. Just get in the car. It's right there. Get in the car.
Oh, there's a second one. Oh, he didn't care about his car that time.
I know.
So you've just dodged two, comets.
Surely
asteroids
that the heat and the amount of stuff being thrown off would have caused them a little bit of an injury.
Yes, your car survived a direct hit from an asteroid. Has people in the 1980s seen a lot of transforming robots? Because no one seems to care.
Maybe they watched the cartoon the year before.
Run.
Yeah. Right. Oh, maybe they got rid of him because he was not a very nice guy. And left her because she wasn't...
Why does a robot care?
Well, but they wouldn't know anything about those two people. They were just two random people.
And he just proclaimed, "Oh, I love how they pop."
Yeah.
But didn't finish off the other one.
No,
he loved it so much, he killed the other one.
So they were doing it for the benefit of the viewer who felt bad for the... I don't know, whatever.
So a car has driven off.
Oh, look, so is that a rally chopper in the background?
I think so. So her mum just steals a car that she just got yesterday.
Which is barely drivable.
But her mum stole her car. Literally, she said, "Oh no, you can't have one. We can't afford one. But I'm going to steal your car." I know it's for her to help the cat or the dog. Is it a cat or a dog, Otis?
Don't know.
Dog.
But they also had on the side of their house an up and down light that definitely looked like it probably didn't come out of the 80s. That looked quite new.
Oh yeah.
So if they go back to the house, look on the outside for the light that points up and down and illuminates it at night. It doesn't look old.
Well, they'd probably search for a really old cul-de-sac looking place area inside of this town. And they probably can't hide all the modern parts to it.
Yeah.
So she's driving this little moped thing and she's caught up with her mum in a car.
Wow. I don't know what the weather's like where you are, but it's absolutely caning it down with rain here.
Oh, it's perfectly fine for me.
Is it?
Yeah.
It might be heading your way then.
Oh, fun.
Which for anyone actually listening to this anywhere else would make absolutely no sense and wouldn't care less. But yeah, it's absolutely chucking it down really badly.
Yeah, I can hear it. I can literally hear it.
What, in the background?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like her mum hasn't really questioned
Oh, you know what?
why she's
That print.
practically still in her pajamas. Like, why would your daughter run after you
I don't know.
when you're still in the pajamas on your moped? And she hasn't put the moped in the car; she's left it roadside.
Well, I know is that printer that they just used. I had one of those when I went to college.
So how they?
What?
Oh, right. So they're going to Texas because they've got intelligence of two Transformers.
Mm.
Supposedly, him cocking his Desert Eagle, battling massive robots is intimidating somehow.
And it's convenient that it's that person in particular who's going after them, because he was a soldier at the beginning who got injured whilst the two robots were fighting. So of course he wants to go back for more, of course.
Revenge. Even though Bumblebee is childlike and has no knowledge of anything by the looks of things.
Right, if it's anything like a few episodes of Baywatch where they make mistakes, there's possibly the odd person in the background. And if this is an iconic beach, then that might be the background of the one of the One Direction videos, which has also been used in another, I think, music video as well. I can't remember. There are two of them. It might have been oh blimey! I think it was one of the boy bands. I can't remember which one.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a certain part of there's a beach with a rocky background, and it's been used for quite a few things. And it might be that.
Well, this beach has clearly it's covered in footprints, right? So clearly this beach is a well-used one, and somehow it's just empty.
Yeah.
I've never been to a beach that's empty, even on like a cold January raining morning. You've got dog walkers, you have people on it.
Well, they have to keep it empty because they're filming there.
True.
And that guy just loves cocking his gun. Any opportunity.
It's pointless. It's a giant alien robot to a small caliber MP. I think it's an MP5. It looks like an MP5. Is it going to do nothing to him? But they've brought like loads of it. No tanks, by the way. No tanks. They've got Hummers, but no tanks.
All right, and you see that empty, vast amount of nothingness around them.
They could have just driven around them.
Yep.
They're in a desert.
Yep. Which they tried to do earlier in the beginning of the movie, and it got them nowhere.
Once again, no tanks. Who is this general?
And no helicopters, no drones, no nothing. Oh no, it was in the 80s. There you go. You can't have drones.
They would have had jet fighters and attack helicopters, but seriously, like, no. I stand corrected. There is a tank.
Oh, is there?
It's like to the far left. You see like the barrel of it once.
Oh. I'm trying to get the cap off my little bottle of water that's stuck. So I'm just trying to prise this cap off at the same time.
So they've managed to hoodwink the American military quite quickly and easily into trusting them. But we've all seen E.T.
Yeah. There you go. It's
the Americans don't trust aliens as far as they can throw them.
There's another wood with a massive footpath that's big enough for a car or a giant robot. Because every footpath in every woodland is that big.
Does Bumblebee ever have a voice in anything?
No, literally at the beginning of the film he had a voice. And then whatever happened, and now his voice is broken.
I mean, like in any sort of like the previous cartoon series, does he always lose his voice in that as well?
No, I think he. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Maybe he did have a voice in the cartoon. Well, he must. I'm sure he must have. I don't know. Again, we've done absolutely zero research on any of this. Is this the war on their planet we're watching now?
Yeah, so we're on, what is it called? Megatron or no?
I think Megatron was the bad guy in Transformers.
Yeah.
Oh god, what was it?
I can't remember what the home mod is called. Cybertron.
There you go. So I missed most of that. What just happened? I just saw a load of CG mess sprawled across the screen, and I kind of zoned out for 2 minutes.
It looks like Optimus Prime was about to get completely screwed over by the what are they called?
Autobots?
Decepticons. And he was just outnumbered by like 100 to 1, and somehow he's going to survive it because he's a Prime.
And because the story says he should.
Yeah. So far, supposedly according to the internet, he only actually gets his voice in the Bumblebee film.
Oh, really?
That's the only time you hear his actual voice. He's always communicating through his radio or he'll speak in Bumblebee rather than simple communication.
Right.
I guess he has his own sort of language that's named after him.
Oh, top loader.
My gran used to have one of them.
Yeah, my friend's when I was at school, my friend's dad had a top loader. I never had one. We only had front loaders.
I think their top loader couldn't even rewind, so they had a separate rewinder. I remember using it as a kid.
Even back then, I used to take VHS cassettes to pieces. So if the tape broke and it got spoiled inside the cassette, then I used to strip the cassette to pieces. Get one of the blank ones that you could buy, and then put the movie in it.
Wait, you could buy the innards.
Well, no. Say you bought a movie, or someone had a movie, and the actual tape broke. I mean, and it kind of spooled itself, and it was stuck inside the cassette. You could literally, you could take the whole cassette to pieces, take the spool out, and then re-spool it into a new blank tape. So yeah, you take 2 tape cassettes to pieces, and then literally just put them together.
No, fair enough.
Yeah. Well, they played a bit of Aha. I had the first album, and the second album, I think, of Aha, on tape cassette. Oh, I never had any of this. What's this? Is this? I don't know. I'm not
Wow, clearly Bumblebee doesn't like him.
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh come on.
Oh, Not a Rick Roll.
Oh, did you not like a bit of Rick Astley?
It's just a meme now.
If you ever get a chance, go and have a watch. I think it was from the Isle of Wight festival. If you watch his performance there, he actually kind of makes fun of himself a little bit and goes along with it, and it's really good.
Oh dear! Like during quarantine, he's been doing like covers of other people's songs, and
Oh,
I
really?
suppose they've been really good actually. Yeah, he's just been putting them out on YouTube. Well, how are you going to get him to play a record?
I don't know. I wish I had that many records. I only got about 10. I got about 10. We used to go up the car boot sale down in, was it Huntington Racecourse?
Oh yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah, we used
Yeah.
to go when you could, and then you either go looking for records down there, or you used to go looking for original Star Wars toys from the late 70s, early 80s,
Oh yeah,
and
Peter
the
Jackson.
the snow, like the snow, not snow speeder, the when they're on the planet Hoth, and it's that battle on the planet Hoth, and literally,
I think it's an A-wing.
no, the actual kind of the snow and kind of guns and things they have, all that business when they're having.
Oh, do you mean the ground guns?
Yeah. I picked up the entire original play set, with all the
Jesus.
with all the bits and pieces for about 20 quid.
Bloody hell.
I literally scrounged all the money that we had all down there, and I was like, yeah, I am getting that, because to get that that play set, you're not going to find that terribly often.
No, not for that price anyway.
No.
That's a steal.
And
That's going to be worth a couple hundred these days.
I mean, it wasn't boxed or anything, but we got that.
Still though.
Yeah, and they added a whole bunch of other Star Wars bits and pieces, so I just literally bought them all.
Nice.
And
Yeah, car boots just can't do anymore.
No.
That is pandemic.
Yeah, I managed to pick up last year, second hand, the kind of internal supports that go on the ATAT, because the legs were broken, and there's like kind of V-shaped internal plastic bits, and obviously they don't really make them anymore. So yeah, I bought a whole bunch of spare parts so the ATAT could actually stand upright again, because the legs were just flopping all over the place.
Amazing.
Anyway, back to this movie, and she's now made friends with something that could easily crush her.
Yeah, it seems that they've bonded over of her loss of her father and his loss of his memories.
This is a typical... Look on.
He's trying to persuade a load of generals, like, yes, let's just give the aliens everything. Just give them everything. Give them all they want. Let's just trust these aliens.
You can see what is my pet hate in any American film, in any American house. And it sounds horrible, but yeah, they never actually understand that you can have lights that you can. I mean, they got lights on in the ceiling, but to make it look warm and cozy, they always put lights on in the background, on the wall, or on desk lamps, and they just have them on for no reason. You go into a TV series, and it's the American house, and
everything's on.
Yeah, they don't have a lamp on in the middle of the room to light up the whole room. No, they leave the room dark, and they just put bloody lights in all the corners.
Yeah.
And that probably was LED lights above. I mean, don't forget, this is the 80s, and you're looking at all the screens and everything else, and all the lights in the background.
Did they even have screens that big? It must be like old school projections.
What, back projections?
They can't be screens. Yeah, they got to be back projections.
Yeah.
To sort of match that era, because they didn't have TVs that big.
No. Well, they must have had screens that big, because didn't they have some at NASA or something in the Like the controls.
I think it must
I'm
be
just talking
projection,
rubbish
though.
now.
You have no idea.
No, I could say loads of stuff, and it's still going to be so inaccurate.
See, this is the reaction people should have. Her friend just having a complete, absolute panic attack over the fact he just saw an alien transform into a car. His name is what? Emo?
I don't know. I'm more curious about the magnifying glass lamp in the background. Is that out? Is that really out the 80s? Is it?
I don't know.
Maybe it is.
She's just threatened to run him over with her car.
Why is the framing on this? You look at the framing. She's on one side, and he's on the other side. That
is weird.
Is that to give them the idea that they're really close together? Yep.
No, that is weird.
It's a bit weird.
Because you wouldn't do that with framing. You wouldn't have your dead space behind them. You have looking room.
Why, if it's a garage and they're working on cars, why don't they have loads of bright lights in there? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very dark film, isn't it?
Well, again, that's because there's another desk lamp on in the corner because they just haven't worked out that you can put bright lights in there.
Yeah, like I doubt it. In the 80s, all lights were dark and through very harsh shadows.
Even if you watch programs,
light everywhere.
Just knocked my microphone.
She's now demanding this guy's shirt. You know, this is the first time they have her hanging out. She's like, "Just give me your shirt. Just give it to me." And he's like, "Okay."
And he's not traumatized that he's driving in a robot.
In a car that's driving itself.
Well, at least it knows what side of the road to drive on, and it probably knows all the traffic laws and all that kind of thing.
Just lost a shirt. She didn't tie it on properly. She sort of just tied it on like a cap and I lost it.
Well, why can't they go back for it?
Well, because the robot's driving and it doesn't care.
Oh, a bit lens flare. Can't beat it.
He could have used his robot arm out of the boot to grab it.
Yeah.
But
well,
just doesn't.
Thankfully, there's nobody else on any of the roads that they've actually been on.
Hmm. Oh, they're making the internet. That wasn't invented in. Oh, are the Americans trying to claim that they invented the internet through aliens? God's sake.
Hang on. Hello? Nope.
You right, Tim?
Yeah, no, I was just answering the guy in the film.
All right.
They're not questioning any of this. Yep, not questioning anything.
See, what they want to kill him, right? Have they killed one yet?
They've,
damaged it, B1, the Bumblebee a little bit, but they haven't really gone like, okay, let's just make sure we got all the tanks, all the helicopters here. We've got them inside of our top secret facility.
Well, that kid's got clothes now. Where did he get them from? Where does that come from? Was that her jumper? Did we miss something?
No, I have no idea. He's just magically wearing a top now, so we're not staring at him topless.
And there's a fuel gauge. What's the point of that?
Well, I don't know. Do Transformers drink petrol? It might be like a beer ton.
And why is she driving?
So they've stumbled across an impromptu party.
What is the chances of that? They don't meet anyone on the roads at all, but they know where a party's at.
I bet this is where the beach was that she was with earlier, and it was all empty.
Oh, it must be her jumper.
Yeah, it's tiny. But then saying that, isn't the country they're in, well, part of the country they're in, very warm? They're in Texas, right? So it's boiling hot. Why would you have a jacket? Actually, I don't think it is Texas they're in. Where are they?
Again, zero research doesn't help, but it doesn't matter.
It's fine, it's fine.
So, I mean, I'm sure they've actually said who these characters' names are, but
yeah,
I haven't really paid enough attention to actually know who they are. I think Charlie, is that her name? I don't know.
Yeah, it's Charlie. So she's a good. So they're doing cliff diving, and now he's like, "Oh, we got a champion cliff diver, high diver. You might as well just jump off a cliff." You know.
Yeah, the other thing I want to know is
about rocks.
Like, why do all there used to be like teen movies and stuff, and they always have red plastic cups. I mean, where do they get them from?
I don't know. It seems to be an American thing.
Yeah, I've always wondered if there's if it's Walmart or I don't know.
You jump off that cliff, you're going to die because the waves are coming towards the cliff. You're going to get pushed by the current into the cliff, surely. So why
is Bumblebee pressuring her into doing it? He doesn't know anything about her.
Oh, no. She's not doing it. She's actually smart. She didn't want to jump off a cliff to jump cool. You know the saying?
Well, it's not like anyone else is jumping off the cliff.
Well, the guy did jump off before, but like, why would you want to jump off a cliff? There's cliff diving and professionalness, but there's doing it off a random cliff with surrounded by other college students, knowing that you have no help if you die. Like, she's being very smart right now. Normally in teen films, they just jump and go, "Oh, this is amazing."
Oh my god, we managed to get through an hour.
Oh no!
Wow. So that means we've got through what 60 minutes. I should know how long an hour is. And how long is this?
We've got about 114 minutes. We've got about 54 minutes left.
54.
Yep.
Wow. Well, we might almost get there.
Now they're going to get revenge on him for embarrassing her. But she didn't really get embarrassed too much because she just walked away.
Don't waste the toilet paper.
Tim, this was back in the 80s. They had plenty of things going on.
Oh, yeah. Do you think this is sponsored by that brand there?
I'm betting it is.
There must have been a whole load of branding that we haven't seen.
Oh, that's definitely product placement. That is.
Mm.
Because we're clearly seeing it. I've never TP'd a house before. Have you?
No. What brand have we got here? Nope, no brand.
No brand. It's just eggs. Now we're egging their house, but it's like we're punishing her parents and her family more than the actual teenage girl who's just had a go at her. Oh no! What's he doing? He just ran off with the eggs. Oh no, he's smearing the eggs all over the car.
Are they saying shh?
Yep. And now he's he just pressed through the car. That's just criminal damage. How are they not hearing this now? No. Okay, now the lights are turning on. He just flips over the car to hide behind the car. Like, why haven't they come out the house yet? They just had the car alarm go off, and it gets smashed to pieces.
And how come the car isn't falling apart again?
Like, where? What?
Yeah, don't worry. It's the middle of the night. None of the lights were on. Yet she's got a face mask or a sleep mask or whatever.
I'm guessing they sleep with it on. But like, her parents didn't come out. She went out.
Yep.
I thought in America the dad comes out with a baseball bat, running and screaming like "ah!"
But this is a kids' movie. You can't have that.
True, but actually, no, my mistake. He would have come out with a shotgun.
Yeah, this is like a 2000 and something or other PG movie rather than a 1980s proper PG movie. Well, when they say mild swearing, there's no limit to how much mild swearing you can use.
So he's instinctively running from the police. I don't think he's ever seen the police, has he? Yeah.
Well, no, we didn't actually see any other cars on the road until now.
Yeah. He doesn't even know what Beetle is. He just goes, "We've got a yellow vehicle." Mate, what other cars are shaped like a classic Beetle?
It's going to be like every other 1980s cop car that just falls to pieces.
Oh, it's going to fall off of something and then explode.
Yeah.
Because once this is Transformers, and every cop car that goes off the road explodes.
Well, if they didn't do criminal damage before, they certainly have done it now.
So that police officer must have saw that car transform into a robot.
Yeah.
Stamp on his bonnet.
Yep. So then you would have thought they would go back to their house.
Surely she's had to register the license plate to her house, and he surely would have seen that by now.
Yeah. There you go. There's the uppy downy light there.
Oh yeah. Well, that's quite modern, I think. But
Yeah.
it might not be, actually.
I don't know. Oh, classic Pop-Tarts.
They're quite dry, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm going to find out when Pop-Tarts came out.
I was literally thinking that myself, but I bet you they've been out for like yonks.
I think the cops would be looking for her. Let alone him.
They didn't see her unless she. I doubt this car is registered to anything. I don't know how the American system goes, but surely she would have had it insured to drive on the road by now. Corn dogs are horrible.
No way. Right, I've got here. It says Pop-Tarts. Originally, they weren't frosted, but yeah, they were first introduced in 1964.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's fine then.
But then it was later determined that frosting would withstand the toaster, and the first frosted Pop-Tarts were released in 1967. See, I thought Pop-Tarts were an 80s thing.
Nah, it's probably wet by the time it came over to Britain, though. Oh, it seems like Bumblebee has activated battle mode.
So I'm just reading up
They got
stuff.
very.
Go on.
They've got extremely high ceilings in this like 80s house. Is that like a normal thing?
Oh look! Is that a can of branded fizzy pop? Yep.
Tab?
Yeah.
I've never had Tab. Have you?
I don't think so. No. I was just
Is
reading
it like
about...
Dr Pepper or something?
God knows. I'm reading about different flavours of Pop Tarts that you can't get anymore. Apparently they have watermelon flavoured Pop Tarts.
What?
Yeah.
See, I've only liked like the chocolate ones. The fruit ones are.
Yeah, you got mint chocolate chip. That was 2006. Grape flavoured Pop Tarts. 1967. And said they tried frosted grape, but that was gone in 2017. I never even saw those. Frosted chocolate vanilla creme Pop Tarts. What was that? 2009. Ice berry Pop Tarts. That was 2006, 2007. What? Strawberry cheese Danish flavoured Pop Tarts.
Strawberry cheese Danish?
Yeah.
Surely just better off eating a strawberry cheese Danish. It might taste better.
Banana split flavoured Pop Tarts.
Oh, something's happening here. So he's connected to the US power grid through a plug socket, right? And somehow he's sending a weird signal into it. And they're registering that in this Sector 7.
Oh my god, you could have got...
Why would...
Sorry, it says you could get hot chocolate flavoured Pop Tarts as well back in January of 2019.
Surely that's just a chocolate flavoured Pop Tart.
Oh no, it was reported in 2019, isn't it? They said the original hot chocolate Pop Tart came out in 2007. How come I've never seen any of these? So annoying.
So we've had a development in the film.
Hang the phone up,
Tim. They've massively worked out where Bumblebee is because he overloaded the grid by plugging into it for a plug socket. But somehow Sector 7 was monitoring the US power grid constantly because that's not under safeguard and heavy security under everything because it's the American grid. Why has Sector 7 got that?
I don't know.
They have nothing to do with the power grid. They're like to monitor extraterrestrials.
How did Bumblebee get in this room again? Did we see that?
He squeezed through. Yeah. He squeezed through like a normal sized door somehow.
Oh, okay.
And somehow he's had to make himself smaller. God's sake.
Really?
He's wrecked the whole house. Nah, you just say you break the front door in and you go, oh my god, we're being robbed. Oh no.
Not that I would encourage that kind of thing. I wouldn't encourage anyone destroying their house and then pretending that they didn't do it.
Yeah, insurance companies are smarter than that. But in this case, Mum, wait. Does this boy wear anything other than his karate pajama outfit, kimono thing?
I don't know. Why would you want to be in the house when your parents came home?
Yeah, I'd have ran.
Oh. Yeah, I'm with the mum on this. You've just walked into a house that's smashed up.
And your child's like trying to run.
Yeah, with no explanation.
She just called her car like a piece of but like she took it the day after to take the dog to the vet. Like surely you'd be like, actually that was a good idea. Thank you for having an extra car in the household so I could take the dog to the vet, or it might have actually died because I couldn't take it to the vet in time. Like, and amazingly enough, it's all about this car. She hasn't questioned the fact that her house is trashed and she's let her go.
And yet again, there are no cars on the road.
Oh, it's because no one had cars in the 80s, right?
Well, no, but when they were being chased by the police, there were loads of cars. There were cars everywhere.
Traffic wasn't invented until like the 90s, surely.
Ah. And why is she driving again?
I don't know. It can drive itself.
Yeah.
Why would you bother? It's like...
You don't need to.
No, you just go, drive me here. It's like a Tesla.
The alien robot's totally qualified. So you don't have to.
I think the alien car's more qualified.
And there you go. Behind him on the back window, there's even a safety certificate, I think, for the pane of glass.
Wait, are they driving in like a perfect van? No, they're not.
And they didn't notice all them people behind them. At all.
Well, how do they know when they were driving? No, because B probably recognises the people who tried shooting them. Once again, no tanks, right? They've obviously set this up. They knew they were coming here somehow.
Yeah.
Still no tanks. Like the Humvee wasn't the most like armored vehicle. It was literally like a tin can. The old Humvees. So why are they bringing Humvees to take on an alien robot? I still don't get that.
What? Because they the alien robots outsmarted them before.
Yeah. Okay. I forgive them now. They've got like helicopters, but still. Oh, I know. No, this is the other robots.
Well, I should have got massive injuries from that.
Well, yeah. Should have had burns by now. Oh. So it's 2 versus 1, and Bumblebee has no idea what to do, or the fact that he's got guns because he has no memory. So they're screwed, surely. Like, surely the other robot who likes popping humans would have just gone, pop this one.
Oh, this movie's so exciting, I just started yawning.
What?
I was just like, ugh.
No, look, they've got taser bullets. Taser bullets in the 80s. What?
Oh, maybe they were the thing. I don't know.
Taser bullets?
Oh, do you want me to look up, see when tasers came in?
Well, these are taser bullets in normal guns or in revolver grenade launchers. What? Come on, man. Bugger off, would they bring... she's had an alien in our possession. They're like, oh, we're just going to take her back home. Put her back with the family. No, they're going to make her disappear. Like, if aliens are a thing, like even like what? Area 51, like if aliens are real,
yeah,
like the government has hid everything about it. They've either discredited people, they've not gone to their house and gone, oh, they've taken this, and oh wait, no, he's discrediting her actually. He's trying to say that it's got chemicals and she's infected by the chemicals.
What?
So he's trying to pass off stealing government property as it's just a teenage thing. You know, when I was a kid, I stole things before.
It's fine. The house is wrecked. Don't worry about it. And the military
trashed a few houses. You know, my parents had to redecorate about
Whoa,
5 times.
That just looked like a Leatherman she just put in her pocket.
Yeah.
All right. Do they have Leathermans in
What are
the
these guys
80s?
doing? So she's able to get out of the house where the military have just dropped her off, and they're still inside the house.
Yeah.
And the person who catches her is her brother.
Right, yeah, Leathermans were fine. She can have a Leatherman. They came out in 1983. She's all right with that. That's fine.
Why would you trust your brother who's there to dob you in to your mother for sneaking out? And like they haven't gone to check on her while he's there, telling them what she's done. Like, what is going on in that house? Are they just sitting around having a good old little tea party, not caring that the fact that they've entered to a room
Do your helmet up. Don't bother doing your helmet up. Like it matters. It really doesn't matter. I mean, surely
That's literally the first time she wore a helmet throughout the whole film.
surely the parents would be saying, "Shall we clean the house up now?" Seeing as you made a mess of it. Nah.
Yeah, like
Nah, you just go off and do whatever, and don't tell us where you're going.
I like how they just don't question the fact that she's gone.
Yeah.
Like, it's now nighttime. I'm hoping by this point they would have realised. But this military, Sector 7, is so great at guarding their facilities.
Are you eating something?
Oh, yeah.
You got a snack? I don't even have a snack.
Oh, you see, you need snacks, Tim.
I was just sipping on a cup of water. I still can't get the lid off it. You know why? I was literally trying to prise the lid off, and I realised it's just a screw lid. I've literally just realised it's a screw lid.
Oh dear, Tim. But I still don't understand it. Like they're in this warehouse.
Yeah.
You got 3 alien robots in there. The only person that's in there is a stupid scientist who believes these evil aliens.
Yeah.
But there's no guards. There's no military around them. He's the only one there. It's just like they wouldn't do that.
Did you just drop the F-bomb?
Oh yeah, I did, didn't I?
Whoopsie.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
Oh, he popped him. Oh, now they're just questioning the fact that like surely after the military left, they would have gone straight to Charlie's room and gone, right, we need to talk, not left it to it.
Because that's the first thing she thinks of.
The fact that her son's trying to cover for her sister.
Yeah.
She's going to go, you're on drugs. Well, it is the 80s.
Oh no. Oh,
He's shot to kill the Bumblebee.
Poor Bumblebee.
Did you not confirm that Bumblebee's dead?
I think Bumblebee might be. Well, no, he can't be dead.
This is what I mean. This place
Whoa,
is full of
whoa. So they just shot him with a giant cannon.
Yeah.
There's no fragments of him blown anywhere. No major scarring. Nothing.
No.
No damage.
No.
Nope.
It's PG, Tim.
Oh yeah.
But this is what I mean. Like in the other films, they would rip each other apart.
Yeah.
To make sure they were dead. The electric gun. Yeah, this is what I mean. They've got guns everywhere. But where is this military?
Well, you think there might be there should have been a few more people knocking around.
Yeah, maybe a few hundred more people.
Well, maybe it was a bank holiday. Do they get them out there? I don't know.
Like, are US military sites unguarded? Do they only guard them during the day?
Well, they probably wouldn't have had CCTV or anything.
Yeah, but still, they would have had. You've got 3 alien transforming robots. I'm sorry. You would have had them on constant surveillance and guard.
Yeah.
But don't worry, he's been jump-started. He's alive again. No damage. Oh, and magically his memory is restoring.
I'm trying to find a pencil and a piece of paper. So I've got to remember, I've got to write something down. So you hear me scrunching a bit of paper, knocking around.
So this is their own facility and they're about to blow up their own door. Okay.
I didn't actually watch any of that. What's just happened?
Well, instead of opening the big door,
Right.
they decided to blow it up to breach entrance.
Right.
And now they found these 2 kids, which is sort of like she managed to get there before them, coming from the same place. We got massive harpoons now.
Ooh, that won't go down well.
Right. Oh, this guy's memory back is not happy. So all he needed was a quick electrocution, maybe a bit of a knockout for him to remember everything. Surely he's dead now. He's just been hit.
Yeah.
By a giant robot and sent like flying good 20 meters. So now they should use their guns, and this is what I mean. They're just useless. He's just on a murderous rampage
Yeah,
now.
I would. I mean, personally, you'd just want to get out of there, would surely? No.
Yeah. He's got the evil red eyes.
But now, surely she knows what he's capable of if he gets a bit upset.
Yeah, just a little remotely upset.
You'd be like, well, do I really want that kind of a friend? One that if he gets a bit ticked off for whatever reason will just turn on me and use his cannon.
Sorry, so now they've obliterated the small military contingent, even though this town, so city they're living in, was supposedly having a lot of military and guns moving in.
Yeah. And she knows what all that's about.
Right. No idea.
Yeah.
I can't remember why they just love Earth so much.
I don't think he stands much of a chance against those guys.
No. I'm going to hold up the military by about 2.5 seconds as they beat me to the floor, drag me off to a juvenile centre, and hold me there until this is all over. And she's heading towards him. How slow are those cars coming at him for?
I don't know. Wow. Didn't see that coming, did we?
Well, actually, I didn't see them driving past him. I thought they would just at least stop him and arrest him. Like he's standing in the scene of them. But now there's guns everywhere. Where were these people before?
Hey, they just had a barrier, and in front of the barrier was a fence. There was no way through the barrier to get out the base apart from a fence, which you had to crash through.
Yeah. Well, like, where were all these people when the doctor was like, they're communicating with their friends, they're going to bring an army, and like they're there, but they're not. Oh, I don't get it. Oh yeah, it's a full-blown airbase. Oh dear.
Ooh.
That guy's gonna get HR on him. What a comment! If you lose that car, I'm gonna rip off your face. Like, surely, like, you go to his superiors and be like, "He threatened me."
Well, right. In the later movies, Bumblebee just touches another car or looks at another car, and he can change into that car.
Yeah, he hasn't
Which,
done that yet.
so you'd assume that he could still do that in this movie.
Yeah, so he can disguise himself and get away quicker. Now
Yeah, so literally he could change into anything, any car.
Yeah.
And then just go park up somewhere. And they would have no idea.
Now he's flying all down the military with his one car. Everyone conveniently stops in time. Oh.
Sorry, it landed upright.
Oh, they're still okay.
Yeah, everyone's fine. I mean, granted, in those days you didn't have to wear seatbelts, as this car proves it. So yeah, if that truck didn't have anyone wearing seatbelts, they probably would have sustained some injuries.
Oh, lovely. So E.T.'s phoning home now.
Yep. Thankfully, they're doing it in English, so we can read it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
An alien race of robots wouldn't have their own language. They just do it in English.
But if they're using like our satellites, surely we're sending it out through radio waves. It's going to take, I don't know how long. God knows how long to travel that far to their planet.
Where they also speak English, because the message is in English, even though they've never been to England or America.
At least like the previous films had their own sort of language, written language at least, and they would translate it over to English and within the film.
Why is she being kept in a bin?
It's safe.
Right.
Yeah. Like, how long does it take an advanced race just to send one signal? Because sure, it's just like making a phone call. You just got to know.
That would have hurt. And you'd be covered you've been soaked in bin juice.
Oh, no. Oh, it would have been revolting in there if it rolled around with her in it.
Seriously, she's going to climb up there.
Well, that'll take a good, what, 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Time?
Yeah.
If she's going that route even longer. Whilst these two are completely having a fight. I do like how quickly it turns into a brawling street fight between Transformers so quickly. Like, there's no form of like martial arts or military fight training, even though like both of which are part of like a military group. Oh, there's a little bit of a move there. Like, you got these advanced guns. Surely you would try and use that more than punching. You're not rock and sock and robots in a boxing ring.
Well, then I guess it won't be as dramatic because they just started shooting each other with cannons.
Yeah, that's true.
And it wouldn't pad the film out for so long.
They did need much more padding out in this film.
And to be fair, if this robot had stopped bothering to try and send this message and actually joined in the fight would have been over a long time ago.
Oh, here we go. This is our first helicopter, and it's just one. Like, he was at an airbase. An airbase surely has a full complement of jet fighters and attack helicopters. He could have had a whole squadron in the air by now. But it's just him, and it's just the general guy who leads them. It makes me feel like they've spent all the money on the robots.
Yeah.
And just didn't think about maybe hiring a load of extras and
from what I understand, Michael Bay uses the military a lot, and like in exchange for which they kind of pretty much lend him anything he likes. So he has.
I see. So this is probably the problem: is they haven't got Michael Bay doing this.
Well, he's producing it. But yeah, he's always I think he's producing it. But yeah, he's not directing it. No. But yeah, I believe. Well, from what I've read, that it's like I wouldn't say an agreement as such, but yeah, he uses a lot of military stuff. For, not only because he can show it off, but yeah, and that's been going on for years.
Yeah, but I'm just surprised it just like You would have the whole National Guard right now trying to hunt down these two robots, not just one guy in a helicopter. What is this, Terminator? Who's he saying hold on to? He's the only one in that helicopter. And Bumblebee saves his life for no reason at all. She's about to fry herself. She's just chucked a metal tool into a power box.
So surely it's pretty obvious what she was doing. There you go, look. One shot of his cannon and they go crashing to the ground. As you say earlier, They were whacking each other and punching each other. They could have just used one shot of a cannon and got it over with.
I'm surprised that robot transforms into a Harrier jump jet, though.
Why doesn't he just use the cannon again?
It's far too easy.
Oh.
My signal that was taking forever to send.
Cannon. Use the cannon.
Nope.
Oh, unless the cannon was on the... Oh, no, he's got both his arms, so we still have his cannon.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's... They're just like brawling and not really doing much.
Yeah. Well, they...
Now he uses it.
Right.
Oh, are they not waterproof?
Who knows?
Well, she said you'll kill us both, but surely you're waterproof, though, right?
Right, is one for you. These robots are supposed to be made out of metal. Yeah, just metal. So, are the wheels made out of metal, or are they still got rubber tyres?
Oh, yeah, they're probably still rubber tyres. But then...
Right. But if they're just made...
I don't...
if they're just made out of metal, how do they get the rubber...
I don't know. They manage a full car interior with fabric and leathers and plastics and stuff.
And would you have to go and get that car MOT'd? Get a full service done on it. Because you still have to provide ownership of the car.
Well, you got to prove that it's actually in existence because you're trying to register a car with no serial number or production date, surely.
Are we just now reading too much into this?
Yeah, we're reading far too much into this.
Yeah.
So she's just swam into the water like, I've come to save you. He's hugging her underwater. She's drowning right now.
Yeah.
Well, at least he's waterproof, so he didn't kill both of them. You defeated all my people. Did better than the whole of the US military. It just wasn't it.
Oh, they're coming now, are they? I mean, he could have brought them with him, surely. No?
Yeah, I know, right? No, the US military is slow, Tim. It's very slow. Back in the 80s, it took them hours to deploy. Like, they were so open to attack. I just don't know why the Russians just didn't take advantage of their slow response time.
Because they couldn't text each other. That's what it was.
Yeah.
They're just going to let him.
He knows what a salute means.
He's just going to let them walk off now.
Yeah, a giant. He did like Bumblebee attacked him and his like people,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Nah, you can just go. You're a deadly alien robot who actually killed some of my work colleagues as well. Bye." And there's no logs of this of me capturing her earlier in the film, and
No.
Bumblebee being found within her possession, so no one else can find her again.
I don't know where she's going to go. If she goes home, her parents are still going to be really cheesed off of her.
You've destroyed the house.
Did you forget about that? Oh, is she going to jump? No, she's not going to jump off the cliff or something, is she?
Wait, suddenly Golden Gate Bridge is here. So all this time we've been in San Fran. But this is the first time we've seen the Golden Gate Bridge.
What's she do? Please, I don't want her to jump off.
No, Tim, it's not that dark.
Well, no, because she didn't jump off earlier, so she was scared. I thought, oh, is she going to jump off now? Not in a bad way, in a good way.
Like, if these are the cliffs they're jumping off of, yeah, definitely, you don't want to be jumping off these cliffs.
Kids are knocking at the door. Give me one minute, and I've got a feeling this movie's going to end because we've been doing this for an hour and 44. Hang on, I'll be back in a second.
It is close in. That's fine.
You carry on chatting.
I will try. So a heartfelt goodbye to Bumblebee. Why would you give up a super cool alien robot that could transform to any car? Like, I wouldn't. I'd be like, no, I want to keep you. Like, I can't be comfortable to hug.
Well, I'm back briefly until the other one turns up.
All right. Well, we're having this very heartfelt goodbye, but I'm just like,
well, why are they saying why are they saying goodbye?
I don't know. You'd keep the giant cool robot that could defeat anything, right?
Yeah.
It can change into any car. You'd be like, well, we'll keep each other safe. Yes.
What?
Oh, now we've shown that it can change into something super cool. Wow.
Why couldn't it have done that during the chase earlier when they were trying to run away from everyone?
Plot.
This has got to be the end, surely.
Well, yeah, it's got the cheesy "Don't You Forget About Me" song. But as I said, why would you want to say goodbye to a giant robot who could defeat anything you wanted and be anything you wanted?
Yeah.
Oh, has he found Optimus?
Oh, or maybe.
Because that's what Optimus Prime was, that type of lottery in the actual cartoon series.
Yeah, because the first newer movie didn't have the trailer. As far as I'm...
No, yeah, he wasn't. He didn't have the trailer part. Because the trailer was actually his legs. Why have they cordoned off the whole street?
Don't know.
Like, what? What? They had like a near-miss car accident out in the middle by this military base.
Yeah.
But why are they cordoning off their house like there's a gas explosion or something?
I don't know.
Or maybe they're there to try and find Bumblebee again. But why would it be the state police though? It'd be like Sector 7S or whatever it's called.
And they're not cross with her at all. Like, where have you been? No. What have you been up to?
Well, no, because they now... Well, actually, no, they never saw Bumblebee, did they? They only saw him as the car. So all they knew is the American military was after her and her car. They never saw Bumblebee.
Well, this movie has been a true masterpiece.
And now it's happy ever after. I'm glad that they didn't make him like kiss or anything at the end of this. They sort of went, "We're friends. We're not going to be falling deeply in love."
It's a nice kids movie.
Yeah. Gosh.
Wow.
Oh,
now what?
Oh, so it was Prime. And now more of them arrive. So surely the military would be like, "Oh my god, there's more of them. Let's swarm on them."
Yeah. Oh, she's got a desk lamp back on for no reason whatsoever, because the garage still hasn't got any proper lighting in it.
Like, do you have every single side lamp in your room turned on?
Nope, never.
Just for the hell of it? Like, no, nor do I. I've got like 2 lamps and I've got shelf lights and they're all off at the moment. I've only got my main light on. Who does that?
Oh, is this the end then?
Yeah, we're in the credits now.
Oh.
I think that was our post-credit scene as well.
Oh, is it?
With
Oh.
Yeah, so that was probably alluding to another film, but I think this did. They're saying that this did profit quite a bit.
I've just got to go open the door again.
That's fine.
Oh, there you go. The whole thing's finished. All right. Well,
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be back in 2 seconds.
That's fine. So I don't think they've actually announced any other films after this, after the reboot. I don't know if this is a reboot. It says it's a reboot or a prequel to the actual films. But surely it's not a reboot if they're not announced any more films. I know they did a movie after this that was set on Cybertron. So I don't know.
Right.
Don't know if they should actually.
I'm back. That's pretty much it, I guess.
So do you think they should make another film, Tim?
I probably wouldn't bother.
Or do you think they've milked this franchise just that enough at this point in time?
Yeah. I don't think they need to make any more.
No, I feel like the live action films have sort of
leave it for a little while. Or if they're going to do something, then maybe do it with a whole bunch of different characters that you don't know. I don't know.
They did make one which was set on Cybertron itself, actually.
Yeah.
And I think it came out. I don't know what I would say when, but it's been recent.
Oh, okay.
Because I remember watching that, and that was just purely about Cybertron and the Resistance fighting back a little bit.
Huh. Well.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me for that. That's the first. The first commentary from a movie, and what a belter it was too.
Oh, what a great start to it all.
Yeah. All right then. I shall see you soon.
See you later.
Yeah, don't forget to click like, subscribe, and all that stuff, because I don't actually mention that throughout the whole thing, but it does help if you got it through this far, and well done if you have. Anyway, we'll see you all later.